we are we meaning you and energy, we are all one, you see. We have a common concern now. It is about this energetic exchange, and you are not always aware of what you're up to because you are a new student at energy, and we're going to call it love energy. You must make no mistake about the energetic exchange that is here and the energetic exchange that you are offering to others. It is the same one. So you must be clear of the that your human side of things is not exactly involved. You've drug your body into the situation, but your energy, you are channeling energy from elsewhere through you. You are a vessel only. And for this reason, there's very little you can do wrong if you keep your ego and brain out of it. So you are in a certain alignment of energy, which you are not always aware of because you are oftentimes unconscious, but you are trying to wake up. Do you understand what we mean?
I think so. Um, I,
Yeah.
I, I'm understanding it. My energetic being is the one doing this channel.
Yes.
I'm not consciously aware of it. Is
Yes. And you wish to call it energetic being because you're still thinking small, but it's not as small as that. Because your energetic being is attached to the universe of love, which is huge. But that is, your mind is just opening to this very, very large concept because it's a little bit scary for you to think in such large terms that you may dissolve into it. You've become accustomed to having a brain and a body, so you have this certain pull to your humanity. Don't go, stay with us, stay with us. And yet your certain part of you is trying to be bigger and reaching out. So you have a push pull yourself, and this is something for you to be aware of. All of the other things you're doing, you're allowing love to pass through you, but this pull and push for your humanity is what is throwing off your highest self from performing its higher good. Your humanness often gets in the way of this pure intention and pure clear love that's trying to pass through you. We will explain this a little further because it's actually what you're really concerned with. Your brain thinks it's taking care of business, but it's not at all. It's your intuitive self, it's your energetic self that is trying to point something out to you, which is you are not doing this alone. You are being asked, not exactly asked. You have asked the universe to remind you that you are only a servant of love and you are only a channel, a vessel to be used. And sometimes you forget that you're just a vessel. And your brain thinks, oh, we have to do everything just perfectly right. So this intuition now that you've got that's bubbling up inside, oh, it's fearful. This fearfulness is energy moving up out of you to draw attention to it. And what it's trying to draw attention to is what you're trying to uncover. You're feeling, what is this? What is this tightness? It's passing up, it's passing through. And normally your brain would take over and solve that for you. It would say, oh, that is because this event happened and that's that. But now there's something shifting inside of you and it's more confusing. So it's getting all jumbled up. So energy and ego and brain and connection with the universe, all of it's getting jumbled up in here. And you're waking up, which is what we mean. You're becoming aware something's happening, even though you don't exactly know what. And this is the first stages of your eternal knowingness. The first stages are a feeling of uncomfortability. Yucky, what? I used to know everything and now I'm not so sure as I used to be. And as you move into this place of a slight unknowing, it's the beginning of letting go of humanity. And as you let go of humanity, of course, it's a little scary at first, and the energy gets muddled and tight inside your body. And that's the feeling of tightness that you feel, and feels like nervousness and anxiety. And that can turn into fear, not so much with you because you have come to you have been in a fearful place in your life and you feel as if you've gone to the wall, so you're not afraid of fear any longer. So you as a human have passed through the fear of extreme fear by experiencing it and coming through the other side. So you have a certain understanding and trust in the, you don't exactly know this, but your trust is in the universe of love. It's in something higher and bigger than you. So you've learned to trust only when your back was up against the wall, but nonetheless, you've learned it and let it go. So your anxiety doesn't turn into extreme fear any longer because you've been to the place and it has disappeared. But it stays in this anxiety kind of form. And anxiety is not the correct word. It's just a bit of anxiousness and tightness. So what we are saying is this is absolutely perfect. The most wonderful thing is happening to you now because it's a loosening of your humanness and a letting go of ego and your also idea that you know what is good and what is next and what should be. This is very big for you. It's difficult for you to let go of it entirely, but you're starting to let go a little bit of it. Now, this is what's happening with you right now, this anxiousness and clashing of ego and love energy, which sounds very odd, but it's the human way. Ego and love energy clash together to create a reaction, much like a volcano. It's hot and cold, creates the reaction, out it flows, and then the healing, not healing, then the openness for you happens. You become more a creature of the energetic world, which is truly what you're after. So now we've told you so many things, but do you understand that we are actually getting to the root of your question?
Well, you've given me a different dimension and perhaps to my question, but specifically, I was thinking about a comment that you made 2 meetings ago, when we were talking about the hypnotic process that I use, and that people actually time travel back into that time. And you made the comment that if I just left them there, their physical bodies would dissolve. And
Yes.
that, when I was thinking about that, all of a sudden I realized I better make sure I understand that comment, because what happens, because we often are doing these sessions online now, what happens if we lose the internet connection and I'm not able to converse with that person any longer? How do I just want to make sure I'm not endangering anyone in what I'm doing.
So you understand also that you have, we're going to explain this because you're making it small, but it's large. You are energetically connected now to this other human being. You understand this part? It's
Yes.
not your humans involved anymore. They have left their body. They are energy.
Okay.
You understand this part?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So they're energy floating. And you think you're human conversing with energy. That's impossible. Only energy can converse with energy. So your energetic being, your higher self, whatever you wish to call it, is now having a conversation with pure energy. This is a divine conversation. This is a holy and exalted exchange of energy from energy to energy. You also have left your body.
Hmm.
You are there's no way a human can have a conversation with energy and use human words. It's an energetic exchange and connection. And yes, they have time traveled. You yourself are holding them to their human life, but you're doing it energetically. You've got a lasso tied around them so they don't go too far away, and you pull them back when they are in danger or when they have finished their time visiting. This lasso, you can see this is a golden, for you, it will be golden light lassoed around them, and you are holding them. As long as you are holding them, you may tug them back anytime. So if you get technology problems, you don't let go of this golden lasso that's actually holding them.
Mm-hmm.
You hold on to this and don't react to your energy or your fearful self. Oh no, something's gone. No, don't go there. Because remember, your energy now holding energy with a golden lasso. So you may hold them until they're able to return to you in your human mechanisms. So you yourself are holding them. So it is important for you not to become fearful if you're disconnected, because they are still connected to you.
Right.
You are holding them energetically. They're traveling, they're gone now. Really, they're gone to another place. So what you're speaking of are very specifics, but we are telling you you're intelligent human wise to work out the details. But what we wish you to understand is you're holding their uh, actual human self. So you're holding their energy to come back to their body that is waiting for them.
Okay. So let's just so I'm understanding this absolutely completely. Let's take, for example, somebody's very deeply embedded into a past life and I lose the internet connection completely. Can I just think and use my energetic self to say, okay, I'm just going to bring them back and they will be fine and they'll return to their body naturally, just like they were sleeping, and I have to do nothing more? Or do I need to physically still have them to connect and bring them out of the trance with the mechanisms that we use?
Their body will need to hear your body and your voice. Your
Ah,
energetic self will hold them energetically, but their body must connect with your body. And these details you can work out,
yes.
because remember, you're the controller of the event. You
Hmm.
may pull them in or leave them out.
Okay.
This is why we have spoken to you about your divine order and your place in this. This is a holy endeavor, and it must be done for spiritual purpose and not for games. Humans really are not to be toyed with. There are many who play with humans, but not you. You won't. That's not your inside. Your inside is pure love, and you're doing this to advance humankind and to advance also the humans involved spiritually. And that is, so as you remember what you're actually doing, these other details.
Mhm.
It's not mere mortals are not this is not a game or a role to be played by an average human. This is a divine um, intervention with secret materials that um, can cause harm with other humans. This is a very tricky area that you've entered into.
Hmm. Well, that's why I want to understand. So my next question is, are there specific things I should or shouldn't do in order to make sure that it's absolutely safe for everyone? Because we were told that there's nothing that can happen with this. It's an absolutely safe process. So I've been doing this on the understanding or in the good faith that that is true. So I guess I just want to confirm that there's nothing that has been missed in the teachings that I need to be aware of.
You understand this. You understand. You learn what you can from the teacher until you become greater than the teacher. So you are this kind of human. You take information that is available to you and you raise it up. You bring the information and make it holy. It becomes larger than it was. You understand what we
Yes,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. So you have gone beyond your teachings. You are not at all in this realm anymore. That's for the small ones. You have moved beyond it to be a teacher of teachers. You
Hmm,
have you have uncovered the true higher purpose of this.
hmm,
There's much more to it than the scientific study of humans, but that's what got you enticed in it. But it turns out, as you yourself become less scientific and more spiritual, more evolved, your work becomes more holy as along with you. So depending on the human, if there's a holy human doing any kind of thing, digging a ditch or whatever, this becomes a holy endeavor. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
The work that is done by a holy person is all holy. And you yourself have gone beyond the teachers and have gone to this newer, higher place. In this newer, higher place, you have more power. You have more understanding. You have a broader picture. Now, as you speak of these technology things, your brain knows the answer to this. So, this conversation is not about technical matters, it's about what I'm doing, is what I'm doing furthering mankind? Is my intention pure? Am I harming others? You see, this is the true conversation you are having with the universe of love. You're not asking us how to tweak the internet. You're not
Right.
asking us these things.
Yes.
You're asking us what is really happening here. Are they traveling through time? Am I able to hold them if they disappear? Is it my responsibility if they pass away? All of this, these are the higher questions you're truly asking energetically. You're
Hmm.
not talking about the fine details of the small beginning classes that you took a long time ago with the others. You've far exalted all of that. And now you're sitting here in a higher knowledge. So it's not with this exchange, you don't have to dummy it up. Do you understand this term? We
Yes.
don't really, but we know this is what you understand it. So
Mhm.
you don't have to pretend it's about these low things when you yourself are blossoming like a flower and growing larger and larger and larger up until the sun. You don't have to pretend you're just down in the dirt anymore. You're not. You're far beyond this.
Hmm.
Now you're discovering the stars and the energy, the love, the exalted human information, the evolution of mankind. This is where you are going. So this is truly what you wish to speak of, and not these other details. You can work these out, these other human details. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes, the actual physical connection is fine. We can sort that out. I just want to make sure that in the interim, until um, yeah, I just want to make sure that there's nothing that's happening in the process that I could harm somebody. I just needed to confirm that.
And this is your highest intention. Do you understand?
Yes,
You are speaking of your love self.
yes.
Now, a love self doing, having an interaction, an energetic exchange with another human in love, it is impossible for you to do it in anything else because you are the exalted human acting in love, you see? And it continues, it's an exchange between you and the other.
Okay.
This is electronica, is to drive, it's a human curse and a blessing. And you yourself are very much into all of this electronic energy and that's going on, but it's noise making for humans. And yet it is also the way now that this universe of love is able to reach more humans
Absolutely.
because of this annoyance that humankind have made. uh, the energy of love is able to reach more humans more and more all of the time.
Hmm.
And this, we understand, is a collaboration between you and the host. Now you are reaching more and more and more humans. And this exchange also is in love, the same as you interacting with your one human at a time. Soon
Hmm.
you will be having this interchange with many, many humans on a different level, in a different way, but it's all about love and energy,
Hmm.
love exchange. It's the same thing. Love energy, love exchange, the universe of love, all of this is the same. So your intention when you are in a place of love, which you are, you sit in this love space most of your time. You're aware of this?
Um, yeah, I mean, I just feel like I feel settled in myself and I want to
Yes.
help others. Yeah, so I would
Good.
agree.
When you're feeling settled, you're in your higher self.
Hmm.
Sense of ease. When you're anxious or angry or afraid, the energy is just moving out. So let it come. Let it come and move out, and you're finished with it. Then you return back to this place of ease. And when you're in this place of ease, you're in a love place, and everything you offer, whether it is a potato chip or travel to the past, it's done on the same energetic level because you're at ease in this love place.
Hmm.
Everything you do in this place is exalted.
Hmm.
Each conversation you have with a human, even if you think, would you like peanut butter? It's also exalted. So be aware of this, that now you're different. You are exalted now.
All right, I'll pay more attention to that. Thank you. If I can change topics slightly, when I do this healing or this hypnotic session, we do a healing with energy. We typically call it a body scan, and the energetic self will bring in light. Often it says, and will heal the body, and can have quite miraculous results with that process. Can you explain what is happening when we do that?
When another human being asks to be healed energetically?
No, 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 no. So people can have physical ailments. Like, for example, I had one person that had a broken disc in their back, and
Yes.
we did a healing. We asked for a healing, and it started with a body scan, and their energetic self, like what we call it the subconscious that we connect to, is explaining what is doing. I'm just trying to understand the mechanism better. But it says it
Yes.
brings in light and it goes through the body and it finds the particular issue and shines light on it, and it do can create instantaneous changes with the physical body by bringing this light into it. So I'm just wondering if you can explain more about that mechanism and how it works.
Yes. So we will break that into two parts. One is you have called forth special beings to help you and assist you with your healing. You bring beings to other humans that they don't know about,
Right.
that are asked to do this healing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is one part of it.
Yes.
The other part is illness and disease in a human body is energy that is stuck. It is stuck because the human is suppressing emotion or denying. It's really suppressing, but it's first done by denying something. They can't stand the idea of it. So they say, I must block that. I must block that. And when you say I must block that, you're stuffing energy, you're blocking energy. So this causes disease and disruption in the body. And the body cries out to be noticed. I am still here. I am alive. I am energy. I wish to be noticed. And this causes pain, outward pain in the human. For the human to remain clear of disease, they themselves must allow all to pass out and through, both ways, up and down. So if there's something trapped inside that you don't wish to feel, not you specifically, but humans don't wish to feel, it causes the disease, and then more piles and piles and piles on top of it. So in order for true, long-lasting healing, not the kind you are speaking of is healing at the moment. These are physicians of the alien type that are from another universe. They heal for the moment.
Hmm.
But the long-lasting healing only can occur within the human itself and them letting the energy come out. And that's the true long-lasting healing. And in order for it to come out, they must be in a place where they're able to trust that the universe and that there's something outside of them that loves them, because they're not sure. So if they're not sure where they're letting energy go to, they're not letting it out. They're going to keep it inside. They'll keep it in there until they can trust their environment, the world around them.
Hmm.
When they come to trust the world around them, they will allow it out a little bit at a time first. And finally, when they trust absolutely, they'll let all of the blackness go out of them. And then they will be a vessel of clear light, and a space will be available for the universe of love to live. When the universe of love lives in you, up and down and all through and every which way, you are healed, you are clear of disease, because you are full of love on the inside, and not anxiety, fear, repressed emotions, memories, and all of this. Do you understand? This is complicated and yet quite simple, really.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's aligning to what you're saying. We would, so the process typically is going through the past life. The energetic self will bring forward the most appropriate life for it to understand. So, because many times there's trauma in past lives that are carried forward and are expressed in the physical body in this life. So we're trying to understand what the root of the cause is, and then we can address the healing with the light. And it seems more of a mechanical process to go through, but there sounds like there's much more on an energetic level that is occurring. So,
Yes, because you understand this now, because you're no longer a small child. You're beginning to understand there's a lot more to this than, oh, there's something wrong, put a band-aid on it.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, the fact that we can do it, I've just been amazed with some of the results I've had. So, um, from what the description you've just given me now, is it, can we create that feeling of safety using a past life or the connection to source during the hypnotic session in order to allow the client to release
Ah,
that? Would that change it or
no,
make it improve it in any way?
no, this is beyond this exchange that you're doing with them.
Mm,
This is something they must do consciously. The work you're doing is unconscious.
mhm,
So what they, if they wish to, you see, there are many humans that don't wish to be healed, so they will be sick. There are many sick people in your world that are sick for themselves, to draw
mhm,
attention to, or to keep things blocked inside they don't wish to talk about. There are many human beings cut off. There's all kinds of different humans having different human experiences. In order for true healing to occur, they must do that alone. They must connect to their own, whatever they wish it to be, their higher self. They start small. It could be the bird, it could be a cloud. You see, it starts small and gets bigger if they're able to do it. But it is something done quietly alone. And you cannot assist them in this long-term healing. Yours is yours is an exchange of hope and wonderment and curiosity. And curiosity is one of the most important things for spiritual seekers. It
mhm,
is what creates it's what creates the curiosity, allows you to go have an idea that you must go smell a rose bush, and go to it and smell it and be filled with peace and love all of a sudden, and turn around and there's a human being there that's crying. See, one event comes to the other like this. So this sense of curiosity leads you down a divine path, even if it looks like an average life.
mhm. Okay.
So it's quite different. So yours is about curiosity, and uh, it might be the taste needed for the human to delve deeper into their inner self,
Hmm.
but it certainly can't be. The healing must be done alone, and each human must decide if they wish to heal, and how much they wish to heal, how much they wish to be sick, all of this, what they want to do with their bodies. All of this is up to each human, and it is not really up to you, because as the role that you play in your energy exchange, you are a controller of the event. So this is certainly not the experience they need to heal. In order for them to heal, they need to be the controller of the event.
Hmm. Well, they can sometimes participate with it as we're doing it, because quite often I'll say, can we ask the conscious mind if we can do something, or if we have permission to do something, it will
Yes.
generally consents, and then we can carry on doing with whatever we were doing.
Yes, this is it in a slight manner. This is the curiosity. And perhaps when they are finished with your energetic exchange, they will wonder, can I do this alone? Can I connect higher to a higher place? This is not their highest self. This is, sorry, let us explain. This is their highest self, but their highest self is with the universe of love and all the brothers and sisters. In this container that you have them in, they are only their one small part. And each human being, even each energetic self, detached from the family or the universe of love, only has so much information, has its own information, which to you is extensive and human, but it's not extensive to the energetic self. It's small to the energetic self. Do you understand that? It's a little bit complicated.
Yeah, and you've from what you've said there, I'm understanding that there's two aspects of the energetic self. Then a higher self, and then
Yes,
higher self that's in the body. Is
yes,
that
yes.
true?
Yes, the higher self is only that way when it's with the universe of love and all the other brothers and sisters energetically, because then it's a universal consciousness. So the higher self knows what it has experienced, but it doesn't know the higher consciousness of the universe, of time, of universal intelligence, all of that. It doesn't know that. It only knows its time frame. Do you understand? So
Okay,
it's higher than human, but it's not the highest it's capable of.
yeah, so I'm thinking that there's actually there's two aspects then, if I'm understanding this correctly, then to the energetic being. There's a portion of it that is with the individual that
Yes.
goes from life to life to life, and then there's a bigger part of it that
Yes.
exists within the collective unconscious. Is
Yes.
that right?
When you're not in your body.
Yes. And does the part that's in the body, does that go back to that higher self when you are in the between life state?
Yes. Yes.
Or when it goes home, essentially, it
Yes.
reintegrates with itself, right? So
Yes.
so it does validate that only a portion of your true energetic self is accompanies you onto the earth
Yes.
plane then.
Yes.
Ah, okay. See, I thought that you had said that wasn't the case in an earlier video, but that's true. Okay, that's good. So I just want to be mindful of time here, but we're good. So the next aspect to this is about animals and dealing with animals that we love. Is there a way to connect with their energetic self in order to bring healing to an animal that can't articulate issues or problems or what they're thinking? You can only see it, by watching them. What can we do there?
Are you speaking of yourself or are you speaking of random others?
I'm speaking specifically of my dog. That I'm thinking, as one example. I've got a dog and it's developed some skin conditions that has makes it very irritating. So the dog's always licking itself, and we're trying to stop because it can create problems if it does that. So thinking, well, maybe at an energetic level, we can help the dog clear that issue.
And who as we?
Well, me and you.
You are speaking of your higher self and your support team.
Yes, absolutely.
Travel through time with you,
Mm.
and they are at your disposal. Don't forget your little team around you. They'll do whatever you wish. Now, you are speaking of sending love to a beast without a soul, but you yourself are love walking. So you may put love on anything you wish. Humans can put love on a tree, a flower, a vegetable, a
Mm.
piece of wood. You are capable of putting energetic love on anything, even if it's inanimate. So you may now encase this creature in love and ask your support team to heal it,
Mm.
because you have not access to all of your healing capabilities, but you have a whole team that does, that you don't call on, who just wait for you to ask for their attention. So you now may visualize it being covered in golden light, sparkles, all of this. So now the creature or whatever you contain becomes love energy itself, becomes energized. It turns into love molecules, you'd say, or starlight or stardust, and they almost disintegrate before your eyes and turn into this. This is something you're capable of. Would you like to do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course, you love this idea. So much as you lasso humans and allow them to go forth into the future, you may also encase something in love where it dissolves into its purest, highest form. You will need support from those around you. How are you able to speak to those who have come with you to support you in your lifetime?
I can only telepathically ask for their support. Like I said, I'm struggling with the connection piece of it still.
Without the brain part on the end of that sentence, that's all you have to say. I need some support.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You don't even have to say it out loud. Their energy. They don't need words. You need the words. You need a reminder that you're bigger than yourself. So it comes from you. I need some support here.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to try this. It's a little test for you. You've done large things and now you're trying to do this different thing, and yet it's the same because it's all love energy. So now the next time you come to this creature, you may focus your love and attention. You have a lot of pure love energy. You can focus it specifically on this one event and ask your team to support you.
Okay, I'll do that. That's wonderful. Thank you.
We must close this event
Yeah,
for some reason.
let's just leave it at that. That was wonderful. You've answered all my questions and made me feel much better about doing a session with the lady tomorrow. Well, thank you.
Yes.
And I trust that you're still the one sending me the clients, right?
Love energy. What you will always find them. There's some disruption here. We must take our host out of here.
Okay. All right. We'll close off the session. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Right. Let us do namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh my God, I think she's knocking downstairs, Ash.